the 2K Sports pregame show.
Merry Christmas, everybody, and a very special holiday wish from all of us here at 2K Sports.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Ernie Johnson and Shaq and Kenny.
Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, it's
Santa Claus.
What a festive day it is. We'll watch the Charlotte Hornets in this one as they go up against the Detroit Pistons. Looking at the Pistons playing under 500 basketball over the last 10 games, they can do better, and they'll try to get on the winning side tonight. From all of us here at 2K, Merry Christmas!
Ho, ho, ho!
Nowhere I would rather be on this day than here with you guys.
I got a couple other places, but this is not bad either.
You know
I got a couple other
Christmas,
places,
Ernie?
got a couple other guys.
You know what I got for
other
Christmas
people.
this morning?
Yeah. What did you give?
Not a dang thing.
No?
I'm
No
Santa,
gifts?
I'm Santa Claus. Santa Claus don't get gifts.
Oh. Well, it sure is great to be here and be watching NBA hoop, isn't it, fellas?
It is, buddy. It sure is.
Well, I appreciate the helicopter, Santa, that you got me today.
That wasn't Santa. That was me.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
All right, no problem.
Well, I think the game's just about ready to start. So what do you say we go to Kevin Harlan?
Yeah.
Good idea.
I
Kev.
didn't buy that for you. You got to return it.
On the floor for the visiting Detroit Pistons. At shooting guard, Gerald Henderson. At power forward, Amir Johnson. At the other forward position, Stanley Johnson. At the other guard position, Brandon Jennings. At center, Andre Drummond. The head coach of the visiting team is the visiting team head coach. And now your Charlotte Hornets starting five. At the point, 6 feet 4 inches, number 6, Austin Rivers. Starting at power forward, 6 feet 10 inches, number 41, Thomas Robinson. At forward, 6'7" from Kentucky, number 14, Michael Ken Gilchrist. Man in the middle, standing 6'10" from Prentice High School, number 25, Al Jefferson. At the other guard position, 6 feet 1 inches, number 45, Free. Let's hear it for your Charlotte Hornets.
Welcome to a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day here on 2K Sports. We want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And joining us in a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. It's getting noisy here in Charlotte. We're at the Time Warner Cable Arena, home of the Hornets. To take a look at the Pistons, these guys facing good ball clubs and will continue to over the upcoming stretch of games, even more critical to notch a win in this one.
Yeah, and they're in the middle of a tough stretch of games they've got coming up. I mean, they're excited about it, and it's going to serve as a real benchmark for them, finding out exactly where they stand in the league.
Yeah, and some top-tier opponents coming in, a chance to test themselves against the best our league has to offer. So those are the challenges that they face, but they have to approach those as opportunities.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the floor for Detroit, Johnson is out there with Johnson. Then it's Henderson. Then there's Jennings. And it's Drummond in at the 5.
Good make to get things underway.
Yeah, and always a relief, I think, to get those first points out of the way and actually get that first sweat and that first bit of contact in the game, because that just settles you down a little bit.
Drummond sets the screen for Jennings. Drummond a screen. Johnson attacking. It's Drummond, high post. Clock at 6. Jennings kicks to Drummond. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Kid Gilchrist dishes to Freak. And it comes off the front of the rim.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
It's stolen by Jefferson. And here we go with Kid Gilchrist. That jam! I mean, just beautiful.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Shot clock at 3. Henderson with it. Robinson picks him up. And that one's good by Henderson.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
Rivers passes to Kid Gilchrist. Jefferson kicks to Freak, and it's sent back by Drummond. Henderson dishes to Drummond. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Deadly from behind the three-point line in that game, and it really gave them the ability, I felt, to stretch that defense out.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, it opened things up for them in a big way. The defense was never able to string together any stops or get comfortable.
Now here's Jennings after the miss from Andre Drummond. Outside Jennings. Pulls up from the corner. Shot is off. Some solid defense from Kid Gilchrist. Here's Fowler. And he gets it to go. Freak's got his first points of the night.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
Drains it from beyond the arc. Freak's got his second bucket of the night.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Johnson outside. Feeds it to Drummond. And stolen by Freak. And now running up the court, Kid Gilchrist pushing it up from deep. They get it again. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
Now let's take a quick look at the numbers for Freak. He's averaging 52 points, 7 assists, and 7 rebounds. And with his ability to put the ball in the bucket, he has to be your primary focus defensively.
Defenses plan to stop him, but very few succeed. That's why he's the team's leading scorer.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Hornets team.
How about a look at a few of the hottest players in the NBA right now, the top scoring shooting guards in the past 10 games. Freak, number 1.
Possibly the single most dangerous player right now. I mean, a machine at the offensive end, just so hard for any defense to deal with.
Yeah, and what I like about him most is that he's just a scorer. He's going to give you buckets from any place, inside, outside, deep, driving to the lane. I mean, he puts it in the basket.
Kaminsky, he's checked in for Robinson. Kid Gilchrist with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Screen by Jefferson. Freak kicks to Jefferson. Rivers passes to Fowler. And it's out of bounds to the Hornets as Charlotte retains possession.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
And the Pistons making a change here. Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Drummond. Cody Zeller comes in for Johnson. Morris is checked in for Johnson. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Gerald Henderson. Jennings kicks to Serafin. Jackson has the open look. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Well, for Detroit, their last game a loss to the Bulls.
And listen, you have to take advantage of the freebies. And on that night, they did not. And that is why they just could not recover.
Exactly. I mean, they left too much cheese at the foul line. And in the end, it mattered on the scoreboard and cost them.
It's stolen by Morris. Here's Jennings. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
Rivers dishes to Freak. Charlotte no good that time either.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Jackson misses.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
And that one's good. Freak.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
The Pistons have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. The drive by Jennings and a foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. Justin Holiday's checked in for Charlotte.
Substitution for your Hornets, Justin Holiday.
Now Serafin. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
That's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Hornets trail by 3. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, thank you. I spoke with the Pistons head coach for just a bit. He's been chewing over the best plan of attack against this defense with all that shot blocking inside. He said the big thing is we can't play hero ball. We've got to be unselfish and trust our offense. Kevin, we'll see if they can turn the tables this time around and even the season series. Back to you.
Thank you, Doris, and quite a focus for the game here early on, and an important one too, guys.
Yeah, I mean, up against this team, finding ways to crack their defensive shell is always going to be the #1 challenge.
And I would say it would be the #2 and #3 challenges as well, guys. You can see where the Pistons rank in the league stats over these last 10 games now. Second in opponent shooting percentage, 4th in rebounding. And this is also what I would call a pretty solid offensive rebounding team. I mean, they've got a top 10 ranking in the second chance points category.
And they've been outstanding defensively, as you can see from that ranking in opponent field goal percentage. They get after it and make everything a challenge.
Now here's Jackson. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Hornets trail by 3. Holiday, the pass to Fowler. Back to Holiday. And here's Freak. Really played well against Portland in his last outing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Let's look at some numbers in this one for Freak. He's already got 10 points, and he's knocked down a pair of 3-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Both shots good from the stripe.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
Jackson kicks to Morris. Passes to Serafin. And it's Freak with the rebound. Charlotte has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Unloads from 13. Rebounded by the Pistons. Their last encounter was in Detroit.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
Yeah, and that turned the tide, the rebounding differential. They've got to focus and make it a team effort to really pound the glass.
Pick by Zeller. Jennings dishes to Jackson. From deep three-point range, that misses. Would have counted had it gone in. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Pistons lead by 1. And Amir Johnson re-signed in Toronto. He's been a big part of this team for years, and he talked
almost like a soccer atmosphere. I don't know if you've been.
A lot of fans south of the border in the U.S. are surprised when they learn how passionate, Clark, the fans in Toronto can be.
You know, Kevin, that's so true. I mean, when they get it going at the Air Canada Center, that place rocks. And it's great to hear Amir talk about how that pumps him up and makes him want to do it for Canada.
And we're ready to get rolling once again here for our Christmas Day matchup. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
It's been a point of emphasis, no doubt, to make sure they attack the rim offensively.
I love the fact they're not settling for outside shots. Keep attacking that rack.
On the floor for Detroit, Reggie Jackson out there with Henderson. Then there's Andre Drummond. Then it's Johnson, and it's Johnson in at small forward. Robinson passes to Kid Gilchrist. 11 feet away. Good. Kid Gilchrist has got the lead up to 1 now for the Hornets. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
They set the pick. Here's Henderson, pass to Johnson. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
And it's Freak missing.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
The Pistons shooting an efficient 53% from the field. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. For Charlotte, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. For the 3. Cannot hit. And the Pistons now going the other way. Jackson kicks to Johnson. Back to Jackson. Drummond with a screen on Rivers. Jackson dishes to Drummond. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists tonight.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Let's go to our 2K leaderboard. 3-point shooting, where you expect to see some high percentages from the shooting guard position. And that's just what this group has provided. Freak number 1.
And, you know, 2-guard is where we traditionally find the best shooters in our league, and he's no exception to that rule. I mean, look at the success he's having from three-point range.
And, Greg, the key to that success for me is his constant movement without the ball. I mean, he works extremely hard to create and find the space he needs to get his shot off.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak, in the last matchup against the Trailblazers, boy, was he tremendous. He ended up with 56 points, and he got there with his usual way. Just an impressive barrage of threes. Just numbers that really jump out at you in a box score.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that was something special.
And I love that no matter what approach they tried against him, nothing worked. I mean, he was ready for everything.
It makes you wonder what kind of defense they'll throw at him tonight. I mean, however they choose to play him, it's still going to take a special effort to keep him under control.
You know, he almost pulled the trigger on that possession, but recognized that there was a better option. That's what we mean by playing for your teammates.
Robinson passes to Fowler, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
And Drummond kicks to Jackson. Unloads from 13. And it's Freak with the rebound. Freak's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Jefferson on top. Screen by Jefferson. Jefferson setting the pick for Rivers. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at Charlotte. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot. But it's a long season, as we all know. And checking out Detroit, just way behind.
And right now for the Pistons, they've never been able to take that next step this season and really break away from the pack.
And, you know, they're running out of opportunities to finally make that surge, partner. They're leaving themselves in a tough position in terms of the playoffs.
Here's Kid Gilchrist. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That's on Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
Now I see.
And the Hornets making a change here. McCullough's checked in. Jackson with it. Picked up by Rivers. Johnson the screen. Jackson dishes to Johnson. His three-pointers off the mark. Charlotte has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Rivers kicks to Freak. Here's Jefferson. And the Hornets miss again. For Detroit, they've gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Johnson with a screen on Rivers. Johnson sets the screen for Johnson. Swiped away. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Kaminsky is checked in for Jefferson. But so we've reached the end of the first half of play. Hornets ahead. They lead by 8. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
All right, listen up, guys. Way to come out strong in the first half. Taking care of business. TCB. First things first. How about the job we've done in the paint offensively? It was men against boys down there. We've had our way with them. Our focus has to be operating as much as possible from the low block. On the other hand, I was happy with the pressure we put on them with our D and the steals we got out of it. Let's keep that heat on them. And I don't want us moving things along too quickly to start the third quarter. A casual tempo will suit us just fine right now. That's it for now, guys. Let's go get that W.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Freak really making a difference here.
That slasher mentality was on display in that first half. He got to the rim consistently.
Boy, I tell you what, he's got that great first step, and he must have had some quickness porridge or something because he looks a little faster today than normal.
Here's Rivers. Foul in at shooting guard. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist out there with Thomas Robinson. Then there's Al Jefferson. And it's Rivers in at the 1. And that's the group for Steve Clifford as we begin the second half. The Hornets shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
That one is no good. Pistons trail by 9. Dishes it to Drummond. There's the pass to Johnson. Kicks it to Henderson. Shot clock at 6. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And he's got his first chance at the line here. And that one falls for Henderson. Here's Rivers. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Shoots. And the shot no good. A bit short.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
Jennings against Rivers. Jennings can't get it to go. Hornets leading by 6. Rivers passes to Fowler. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. Charlotte has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Jefferson with it, and Jennings picks him up defensively, and that one's good. Freak.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Johnson outside. Johnson outside. Clock at 4. D2 from Jennings. Jennings can't get that one to fall.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here.
And a wide open look for Freak. Sinks the three-pointer.
Let's go.
Freak's got 27 points.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, Kevin, head coach of the Pistons had some words for his team over the break. He touched on his desire to see them make heavy use of the pick and roll for the rest of the game. Keep setting those screens, fellas. Those were his exact words. He also told them that he wants to see multiple passes on every possession. He said that was the key to getting the best shot each time down. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
And thank you, Doris. A shot by Johnson, no good. Hornets leading by 13. Charlotte moving it around and stolen by Drummond. Here's Fowler, and it's the Hornets another 3.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Here is Jennings. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Here's Drummond, and he uses the glass on the layup. Drummond's got 10. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. Jefferson dishes to Rivers. Robinson kicks to Kid Gilchrist. There's a screen by Robinson. Shot clock at 5. The Hornets need to get a shot off here, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Well, who's had the hot hand from the 2 position over the last 10 games? Highest field goal percentages right here on the 2K leaderboard. Freak is second.
You know, just ask this group. Sometimes when you're hot, and it's a comforting feeling for a coach to know you've got one of those guys roaming on the perimeter.
And not only can they light it up from the perimeter, Greg, but they get their buckets getting to the rim as well. I mean, aggressive moves to the basket are always going to help your shooting percentage. You got to get some easy ones to shoot a high percentage.
Here's Drummond. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Drummond's got 12.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
All right, a moment to check out the stats for Andre Drummond. This past month, he's really set himself apart. 11th in rebounding. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
You know, you mentioned how powerful he is on the board, going full throttle at both ends every play.
Kaminsky is checked in for Charlotte. Anderson with it. 5 points in the game. Outside Jennings. Shot off the screen. Here's Drummond, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need, Kevin. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
Elbow shot. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And the Hornets lead by 14. The Pistons have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Rivers against Jennings. Drummond a screen. Kid Gilchrist with the steal. Now here's Rivers. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Kaminsky, the pass to Fowler. Johnson with the block. Johnson against Kid Gilchrist. Jennings dishes to Drummond. He kicks it to Johnson. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. Just 5 on the clock. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Drummond having a terrific game. He's got 14 points and a block.
And we're seeing him at his very best today. Just really a joy to watch.
Well, I know I'm thoroughly enjoying it because he's amazing when he's on top of his game like this.
A different look here for Detroit. Cody Zeller's checked in for Johnson. Morris comes in for Johnson. And it's Jackson in for Gerald Henderson. Here's Fowler, and he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. And, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Hornets?
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've really been on fire from beyond the arc tonight, too. I mean, a lot of their points have come from out there.
Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Here's Fowler. No good on the quick 3.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Wide open. That is good. Freak's got 36.
They've hardly needed anyone else today to get out to this lead. I mean, he's provided almost all of their offense.
Pistons passing it around. Jackson kicks to Morris. Again, the miss by Morris. Here's the Hornets with the ball. They're on an 18-7 run. The offensive rebound. Pistons trail by 17. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Shot's good for Seraphin.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot taking advantage of the mismatch.
Well, with a stroke like that and the height advantage as well, the mid-range J is almost a gimme.
Move the ball.
On the wing, Batum. To the inside. Fowler. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Freak's got 38 points.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Left side, Jennings. He feeds it to Zeller, and there's the whistle. That goes on Frank Kaminsky. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Charlotte making a switch here. McCullough's checked in. 32 seconds left in the third quarter. Jennings drives in, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Inside, here's Kaminsky. Shot's good. Kaminsky's got 8 points.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Morris with the screen for Jennings. Jennings with another miss.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, so we'll see how much things change up here. Pistons trail by 19, and on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. Amir Johnson is out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Johnson, and it's Henderson in at the 2 guard.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
The shot by Holiday, no good. And, well, Detroit shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Johnson the screen. Jackson kicks to Johnson. The feed to Henderson. 5 on the clock. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Charlotte. Freak's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Kid Gilchrist, the pass to Fowler. But they'll get another chance. Robinson dishes to Freak. Left side Jefferson. Johnson with the block. Johnson outside. Pass to Henderson. Here's Jackson. Connects from three-point range. Jackson's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Pistons. Freak with it. It's not possible what we just said. Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner. It is possible.
And think about it, guys. That's one of the few guys in the entire league who can pull off something like that.
Henderson kicks to Drummond. Here's Jackson. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
Freak. That's his second personal foul. At the line, Reggie Jackson. Taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Rivers, he's checked in for Justin Holiday. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. There's a screen by Robinson. Kid Gilchrist the pass to Fowler. Down low, Jefferson dishes to Robinson. 6 to shoot. Here's Fowler, and it's sent back by Drummond. Another block. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Pistons trail by 16. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Johnson in the corner. The three. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Outside, Kid Gilchrist. Jefferson down low. Defended by Drummond. Now here's Freak. Tight defense on him. The shot misses.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Johnson sets the screen for Jackson. Off the screen. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
That's his second personal foul. At the line for your Hornets shooting.
That free throw good from Jefferson. Both free throws good from Al Jefferson. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Johnson the screen. The dish now to Drummond. And there's another one for the Pistons.
Timeout, Charlotte. All right, Charlotte, now entering the court for your viewing entertainment. The Hornets fans team, make some noise!
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Feeds to Jefferson. Shot from 12. Drained for 2 points.
Jefferson.
And the Hornets lead by 15.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Henderson kicks to Jackson. Drummond with a screen on Rivers. Jackson passes to Drummond. That's good. Drummond's got 4 points this quarter.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Tries from the block. Shot is off. The Pistons go the other way with it. Now Jackson. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Screen by Jefferson. And it's Freak missing.
Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
Yeah, you know, he's not making any kind of impact for them at that end of the court right now.
Jackson dishes to Drummond. The jump hook with the second effort, and that's 2 points on the layup. Drummond's got 21 in the game. Hornets leading by 11. Here's Robinson. Rebound, Detroit. Drummond's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Johnson with a screen on Rivers. Here's Jackson. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
And another miss. Oof. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Now here's Freak, defended by Drummond. Just 5 on the clock. Freak kicks to Jefferson. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Al Jefferson.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Brandon Jennings, he's checked in for the Pistons. Both free throws good from Al Jefferson. Pistons trail by 13. And here's Jennings. Henderson, no one around him. No good on the 3. Here's Freak. Out to the right wing. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Andre Drummond picks one up. First free throw is good.
All right, let's go. Get up.
And both free throws good from Freak. There's 1:54 left in the 4th quarter. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there. Man, he slams it home and gets a little camera time on the backside of it.
He spent a while up there on the rim.
And I like the fact that the ref's going to give him a little bit of leeway there and a lot more than they used to.
.143 left in the 4th quarter. Henderson kicks to Jennings. Drummond a screen. The drive by Jennings. Drummond passes to Johnson. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
In the corner, it's Kid Gilchrist. He dishes it to Freak. Off the screen. Good as the jump shot falls. Freak's got 46 points.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Charlotte.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
They sure did, Kevin. Every time they left the man open deep, you get a good look at the basket. And they didn't hesitate, and the aggressiveness paid off.
And, guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And making the right plays when they needed to, closing out this club for the 2nd time this season. This victory pushes their record to 2-0 with 2 games left to go against the Pistons.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for a Freak. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
And so it's Charlotte with the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, and I thought good execution really played a big part throughout.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, certainly a nice win here in this one for you. What's it going to take for you guys to keep playing at this level moving forward?
Just keeping it simple and not forcing things. When we make the easy pass and not try to do too much when the ball's in our hands, that's when we're at our best and we can win games like this one.
Mission accomplished tonight. Congratulations. Kev, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now we'll send it up to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who is standing by for the post-game show.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor.
That was Freak turning up the volume right there, baby, all the way up to 11. And stereo only goes to 10, Ernie, but we're at 11 right now. The man himself may be quiet, but his performance spoke very loudly.
Their entire offense revolved around him, and he came through in a big way. I know this is supposed to be a team game, but tonight it was all about one guy. He provided a huge majority of their points, and it wasn't even close.
And that will do it for our special Christmas Day broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon, and good night, everybody.
lace your coat, prepare for 40 below spit. 7 days of heaven's ways and hang-ups. Chris and Ryan again, and we wishing anybody who isn't wishing us well bankrupt. A L and whatever else ain't up. As far as me, I'm still caught up in all it. Still calling my expendables, cause it's hard to believe I can fit all of them boys in one. And the streets start trembling. It's way too many it seems. Too many witnesses. Up and down with their visions of what a street is. I call it the seesaw syndrome. Syndrome, maybe you make a mistake, you lose. And this is for the real hip-hop. So would never, ever, ever ask me, am I here to replace Guru?
Word, that's how you feel up on this track? Little try on that.
What you trying to rap now?
Yeah, yo, Royce.
What up, man?
We just lamping in the studio, you know, doing our thing.
Okay.
Bugging out, you know.
Right.
Little test run. So,
I need you to speak with your hands. On the count of three. Everybody now, 1, 2, 3, go!
talk to him. Who stepped up in this rap game and seen acting fool?
Me and Preem, both names go together. Lot of frontin' like they ill.
Word. I think it's time to move on to the next one.